What's up guys, we're back on YouTube and this time I'm not going to do a video. I'm gonna let one of my analysts at the FX Cartel, so Trev, do the whole video for you. So the topic of this video today is how to pass FTMO, but more so how to pass FTMO using our services, chart analysis and our strategy. And so Trev is going to walk you through the process on how he used the chart analysis setups signals that he sent the past couple of weeks and how he passed FTMO using them. So hope you enjoy and hope you learn from the video.
My name is Trev. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I was fully funded for 100k. If you haven't seen the videos on the FX CARTEL YouTube channel, then check it out. So I lost a 100k account a few months back now, and just don't have time to get around to starting the challenge to get funded. So decided a few weeks ago I would start a new challenge and get it fully recorded, documented, just to showcase the way to pass a FTMO challenge, a 100k one, and just to really demonstrate, how relaxed it should be, how it just the full process of from right at the beginning right to the end of passing, and using the FX Cartel 50cal strategy that I've personally taken on board for the past 2 to maybe 3 years. So I'm now part of the FX Cartel family, so it's good to show you guys how well the FX Cartel 50cal strategy really is. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. Good evening guys. So it is 14th of November, which is a Sunday night, so just preparing my charts and preparing for the week. I'm also going to start a brand new FTMO challenge and see how we get on. These trades are going to be fully all in chart analysis service. Will be all of my trades, some as riches and anything else I possibly see. Some of them might be high risk and low risk and so on. So I prepared for the week. So far for this week we have a lot of inflation data, so we like to see some volatile moves, so why not best use or start an FTO challenge on a volatile market. I've already sent through just a couple opportunities for the time being. Obviously there are opportunities that are still active and just price hasn't reached there yet, so there isn't been too much to update until the earlier stages of the weeks, where we can allow the week to unfold a little bit, so we get an idea of direction, maybe some pricing in for the inflation rate and the economic data releases we've got ahead of us. So like I said, we've got Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. We've got quite a few data releases, and this is all in the FX Cartel Chart Analysis service channel. So Euro AED, so this cell here, I've sent this in, and also this GBP JPY cell. So let's just get this. Let's just get this all set up. So if it goes to GBP JPY, and it was to be sell 15467 area. Let's just set a pending around here, 67, and using 35 pip stop loss. And let's go for the first target of around here. So here I am actually risking around 2%, for just under 3%, so about 1 to 1.5 just underneath. We could leave a runner, we see how it goes. For me, I'm happy to risk 1.5 to 2% on any FTMO challenge. You know, there's time restraints or 30 days, so we need to pick the best trades and see how they get on. So that'll be the first one. We just find Euro AUD. It was 1.875 area. I don't think we're going to see it this week, but we might do at some point. So let's just set the pending for now. 875. So it was a 45 pip stop loss. So this is risking a bit too much, 2.63%. So let's just adjust our risk. So let's go to 6.5. TP was about 1.858. 1.58, so that'll give us 3%. So if both of these trades come in, 2 trades, 5%. So we'll see how it goes. Anything else in the pending list that might be interesting to come this week? This could be a nice trade here. So let's just set this one. It was 148. I believe it's 35 pips stop loss. So risking 2% here. Yes, 35 pip stop loss. Let's aim for this sort of target. So 1.71 area. Okay, so just above. Again, we're just getting about a 1-to-1 on this trade, but that's only if I take full. Okay, so I could aim for second target, which is around here, and that will give me 1 to 2.5. You know, almost 5%. Let's set the take profit here for now, and we'll take partials at the first target and see how we get on. I don't want too many pendings, so that will do for now. And then we will see. We'll see how the week unfolds. We've got quite a long way, 300 pips. We might see this on the back end of the weeks as we start to see some pound and CAD inflation rate data. So we expect some volatile moves. Yeah, that's about it. We'll see how we get on, and hopefully we can pass the challenge within the 30 days of filming this. So it's now the 16th of November, so Tuesday morning. No trades yesterday on chart analysis. Actually, there was, which was later. I missed that for FTMO. It was Euro USD. I think it's currently just running at the moment, hasn't done too much, but I can see that there is a GBP NZD opportunity, a sell, so dependent, active pending list. Oh, not this one. It's this one. So this one. So around this 1.9178 that I sent in last week, I believe, is approaching this area. So very close. So I'm going to set it on FTMO and see how we get on. So it was 1.78. What's the stop loss? 35. So 35. I can make that to 8. This is a little risky today. Pound is pushing, but you know what? Reduce it a little bit. We should see. We should be able to see a 55 pip move. So that'll be a quick. Where are the targets? So we have pound inflation tomorrow. So I think this is just a lot of pricing in for the pound, getting ready for tomorrow's move. Target 1.13 area. Yeah, so yeah, 48 pips. I'll be up with that. See how we get on. Hello guys, so it is now the 20th of November on Saturday. It's been a crazy week on the markets. I've been up at the trading floor, so I haven't been able to do any recordings and get this updated and show you guys how I'm getting on the FTMO. It's been an absolute hectic week, crazy markets, and capitalised on most of the opportunities on my personal accounts, my FTMO account, but I didn't have the opportunity to place the trade on my actual FTMO challenge. Managing multiple accounts is very difficult, and it was my least priority, especially when there's so many opportunities arising. And yeah, whilst at the floor, I just completely forgot about it. So, but we did manage to bank some pips. So I'll show you how we got on. I think the last recorded video we was looking at GBP entered D, this area here. So it was this one here, 1.91780. So I actually set that the morning before I left off to go to the trading floor. And unfortunately it missed here, so we can see that price actually got to 1.917780. So we actually missed by 2-3 pips, and there's no way spread would have got us in, and that would have been 50 or 55 pips. 55 pips, that would have given us our TP. Could have been I can't really remember what the TP would have been. Let's just quickly have a look. Using 7 knots, I believe, in the video. Let's have a quick check. Oh, it was less than. Actually less than. Well, just a 0.03 of a third of a pip. So let's say we back to 45 pips, so 2% missed out on that. We move on to the next one. But good news, the other opportunity that we had on record was this one, GPJPY. So this sell here, that was bang on line with inflation data for the UK on Wednesday. How we see some erratic moves at the start of the week. So for me, I know quite a few people cancelled this trade because of the data release, but it looked very obvious that markets were pricing in the move for Wednesday. So I've got a good idea that we're got a good chance of a pullback, and the risk reward is too good not to go for it. So if we just have a look here. So this is it. This is my personal account. I'm currently still in it, and it was target a 154.2 area. I think we was just above. We set on FTMO, and if we just look here, so bang on. So we actually slipped a little bit because of the news. So 154. A little bit, so 154.69, and we banked that for around, well, let's just have a look on the history. Banked that for about 44 pips, bang on. So that gave us a 2.3 I'm up. We was up to 2.7% roughly. One trade, great stuff really, and the risk reward is great. And then we move on to this one. This was EuroCAD, I think. So I sent that in on the 16th. So Tuesday morning. Yep, Tuesday morning. And I set that before I left off to go to the trading floor. 1.2935. And if we just have a quick look here, 1.2935, somewhere around here. I'll just show you the deal map. Yes, so it's here. So this did do 30 pips, but again, I just completely forgot about this this account that morning, and luckily I did see it, and I just moved my stop loss just above break even, and we took a very small loss for minus 4.7 pips, which is basically break even. It's no biggie. So yeah, should if I didn't follow the instructions, I would have hit stop loss, and that would have just been a wasted trade. And it is what it is. Sometimes when you miss TP and it goes back break even, you don't try to chase it. Just move on to the next trade, and because in this scenario, if I just kept holding it, well, I would have made an unnecessary loss, but it did do the pips. So on to the next one. There was some other opportunities, but I shared in 50 cal and trading floor. So actually on the trading floor, let's just have a look. So here, so it was Friday morning after this week's moves. Things were very obvious. We had big pushes at the start of the week, a pullback on Wednesday for inflation data, and then Thursday we see GA and GN continue pushing, and eventually give a strong pullback overnight. And also I also said GC would be the last one to be tagged because the other CAD pairs wasn't quite aligning, and it did. And got some guys in the 50 cal community group. Some of them got GC, or some of them got USD CAD. But over at night, it just seemed very obvious that the same thing was going to happen on a Friday than it did on a Wednesday. We're going to see a pullback. So obviously when we had our GJ banked, which was on Wednesday, I was expecting the same sort of result on the Friday. Profit taking. It's very unusual for us to see a new high made, especially on a Friday. Just wouldn't make sense. And as taught in 50 cal, if you've got inflation data, retail sale early in the week, retail sales is normally the same, so I can pretty much expect the same outcome. Now there's also some other key things that was also giving me a good indication of why pound was going to hell, especially pound JPY and pound USD, but that'll be for another day. But yeah, I sent this into the trading floor chat bright and early. I don't know why I was awake, and I took a sell on GBP GJ. Just show you my main chart. I've cashed it now on my personal account, but I'm still holding the runner from the high. So it was here. GJ was around here, and so under this trend line. Bit of a sketchy one, but it just seemed very obvious that we're not really going to break it. In the worst case, we were going to go to 0.5. This is not a break. This is just a wick. Actually, this is not how it should be drawn. It should be like this. So sorry, I haven't updated my charts since getting back from trading floor, but as you can see, it was very highly unlikely going to break. Definitely wasn't going to make new highs. after the week, especially on a Friday. So I took the sell on the FTMO account and sit it on it overnight, and boom, we 0.276, and we banked that for 90 pips. I actually had my TP to actually pass the account. I knew I've had a good feeling that it's going to be a strong move tomorrow, and it would have actually passed the account since we only needed, I think it was 7.6%, and you know, as you can see, if I can get 5.4 there, let's just do it now. 7 lots. So 7 lots. I would have even, you know, we've done a whole 10%. Should I have held it? You know, I could have done the whole 10%, but it doesn't matter. You know, there's plenty more to come, with no rush. It is what it is. So the reason why I took this trade, and especially on FTMO, is because the risk rewards was huge. Potential risk reward was huge, and you know, for my analysis, you know, I was biased that we're gonna see a strong move on JPY. You know, I ended with a 30 pip stop loss. Absolutely fine. You know, 30 pips stop loss is there. I was risking not even 2%, 1.7%, and the risk was just way too good not to miss out. I could have even had it at a high, because if we didn't make it at a high, but a bit too much risk, and I've just had a good feeling we weren't really going to see any more than 2.5 number. So yeah, great result. We are now up. We are now up 7.8%. Like I said, if I just held it, it would have passed. But it is what it is. You know, that's week 1. We're in week 1, taking 3 trades. This should have been a winner. Let's just have a quick look. It should have hurt if I'd banked it. So 3, 5, 7 lots, 30 pips. So it would have given us 1.6%. So had we had that on top of that, oh, actually, because we took a loss, let's just work that out a little quickly. So 266.32 plus 166.68 plus 545491. So we'd actually been very close to passing in week 1 within 3 trades. You know, we only need 10%, 10k. It's just unfortunate this EC got break even, but we move on. We only need another 2.2%. I think I'll get that in the next trade. You know, I can risk 2%, get a 1-to-1, just over 1-to-1 on a good solid trade. Should be absolutely fine. Let's just have a look. So here we are. Nice equity curve. You know, 3 days in, need to get those days done. And in a minute, 66%. You know, just under 70% win rate, because it's shitty break even. It is what it is. 3 trades. So this just really shows that you really don't need that many trades. And to be honest, after this week, I really should have passed it, but I wanted to show you guys the charts before actually taking the trade in chart service analysis. Just actually should give you a good idea of, you know, of the value that we provide in the service. But whilst being on the trading floor this week, I wasn't really in my zone. I didn't have, you know, this recording stuff, so you know, just a little getaway up there. So it's good to socialise. But yeah, we'll catch up maybe tomorrow, see what we have, see what pendings we can set, and we'll just let them play out and see how we can get on. You know, one trade, we'll get it next week. we see what happens. So guys, it is now Monday the 22nd of November. Just a quick update. So over the weekend I opened just 2 positions, just to, Saturday and the Sunday, 0.01 lots, minimum small lots on F, which is a cryptocurrency, just to get those minimum trading days done. There is no violation of rules there, so it's just a case of just getting it done, speeding up the process and just not forgetting about the objective, because sometimes they catch people out. Just show you on the account, so history, so F, just 2 positions over the weekend. That gives me my 5 days so far. Doesn't matter if it's a win or lose, I don't care about the win rate, because obviously that little loss will come as a loss, but I don't really care about that. It's not the whole point of the challenge. So after last week, we obviously see some strong moves on the pound on Friday, some very strong moves on yen, and some strong moves on the dollar. Obviously, we capitalised that on GJ. We've got a smashing 90 pips out of that on full position, so it was pretty spot on to give us that big push. Up to 7.8% now. Like I said, we could have actually just check at the history. We could have actually been near past if should we have banked on that EC on Wednesday, I think it was. So this one here, so that actually done, bang on, just if not 29 pips or 30 pips, and that would have given us about 9.7k. So we should have banked it really, but it's just one of those. I missed it. I was very busy at the floor at the time and completely forgot about this account. But never mind, just got break even. So 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 break even, pretty much. This week there is not much at all. So at the moment, nothing's clear or direction. So it's now a waiting game to really make sure we get the best setups. It's not about trying to know what direction price is going to go. It's about being prepared for which direction price is going to go. So we need to really keep it simple. As price goes up, we're ready to sell at some point. If price goes down, we're ready to buy. So this is what 50 cal strategy is about. It's not about trying to be right. It's about trying to be prepared, planning your trades and trading the plan. I have sent in a pound AUD buy. Should we see pound go lower this week? I do think price is looking to trickle down first half of the week, but I'm not going to be fixating on that. I'm not going to start shorting pound to try to get, it doesn't make sense to work like that. So anyway, we've got GBP AUDs I've sent in. So this area here, so we took to sell on a personal account, FTMO account, just not on this challenge. Should have done, but I just wanted to try to show you guys, just to stick with the trades that I share amongst the FX CARTEL community, whether it be in 50 cal, trading floor, or the chart analysis service. So just trying to show you everything really. But anyway, so this purple box here, it's a maybe opportunity, and I'm not prepared to take it. I'm not going to take it on my live account. I'm not going to take it on any accounts, because it's just a maybe trade. We are stuck at the moment. We're in this sort of area. Pound, like I said, it's no clear direction, so I'm no rush to be taking any trades at the start of the week. So if price does break this area and we go lower, I'm prepared with a buy. Got enough confluences here as shown. So entry at 1.8310 and first target at 1.835. So I already set that on the account. So 8 lots, I'm going to risk about 2%, which is standard. Seb actually created a video on FTMO for the 50k members, how we could be passing our FTMOs. So this is standard to risking 2%, even though we're now nearly 8% up. I could risk a little bit more, but honestly there's no rush, so I'll just risk 2%, and just below the target or the target area, that will give us our pass. So I'm not looking to take this trade unless it's towards the back end of the week. So I'm looking for Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. I want it to align with that trend line. So I will cancel it if it comes today or tomorrow. That's about it really, until the market starts playing out a little bit more. There are some of other opportunities I've got my eye on, but I am not interested in sending them in yet. I'm not interested in setting any pending orders just yet, so we'll just wait it out. And this is a big thing for you guys who already studied or taken or know 50cal strategy. If you haven't, this is a real big point. It's about patience and waiting for the best setups. This strategy is not based on knowing direction. It's about being prepared of, if price gets to this point, I'm going to buy. If price gets to this point, I'm going to sell. Built up with obviously with confluences, give you reasons to buy or sell at this point. So it really is about just waiting. And the biggest thing I could advise is, this game is not about being right. Okay, it's not about feeding the ego. That's the only reason why we try to predict direction, is to satisfy ego that we are right. Sometimes we are, sometimes we are, sometimes we're not. Most of the time we're 50-50. So this is why 50cal is very different to a lot of strategies. We don't try to predict where price is going to go. We just capitalize on opportunities when they arise at a certain price, along with confluences. So what I try to do as well is, like I said, if there are opportunities shared by Seb or Rich or myself in any of the community, so that might be the chart analysis service of 50cal or the trading floor, I will take those trades on this account, and I just want to show you guys, the community that I'm part of, because it's not just about education. The strategy is bulletproof, it works, but the whole FX cartel is the whole community, so there's a lot more to it. So it'd be good to just go showcase you guys some of that. So yeah, until then, we should be able to get past this week. Definitely be able to catch one trade at least. So that's all we need. So I'll update you when there's any updates. It's now 24th Wednesday of November. There hasn't been any trades on Monday and Tuesday as expected. It was going to be a quiet week for the beginning because of last week's volatile moves. We can always expect this on the following week. So what normally happens, people get caught out the following week after such a smashing week and then give back all their profits. But we learn to be patient and just keep waiting and waiting. So unfortunately, there was a GN yesterday that Rich sent into the chart channel. We cancelled it prior to the interest rate decision for NZD, as it was just too high risk. It's better to be safe than sorry. Unfortunately, it did turn out to be a great trade. Pin the sell area and done 50 odd pips, and I think it's just gone there again and done another 30. So But never mind, we wait for the next one. So I've just sent in a GC sell, which I've had planned, a GC buy, which I've had planned for since last week. Sent this into 50 cal chat and a trading floor, and I took this original sell. So this is what I sent in originally. So the sell down to the buy, so I took the sell on a Thursday, held it for 100 pips, took partials, and then left the runner. This was not on the challenge, it's on my other accounts. But yesterday I was stopped at break even for the runner, which was a rookie mistake as it didn't do another high. It just come back all the way down. So we're now approaching the buy sort of area. So this is GC now. So this is what happened. I was short here, held it to partials here, and then a couple of days later, yesterday, went back up, stopped me at break even, and then go again. So it was looking like we was going to get it today, the buy today, but I'm pretty confident we're not going to get it today. We're going to get it either Thursday or Friday at 1.69. However, I've just sent it into the chart channel just in case we did see it today. I'm highly doubt we will. So I will be updating it when it starts to align a bit better. I'm pretty confident that we will get to the buy, and I have sent a sell, well, risky sell into the 50 cal chat. Let's have a look. Risky sell here. So this type of trade is very aggressive and it's high risk. That's why I haven't shared it into the chart channel. If you don't know the 50 cal strategy, it's not a type of trade that you should really be looking to take. So with this trade, I will be reducing my risk, and the reason for this type of trade is that I am pretty confident that we're going to get our buy. I don't want to say I have a bias because I'm against having a bias, but I'm just pretty sure we will get that buy as I've planned it since last week. So I have to plan the trades and follow the plan. So this sell has confluences that I will take, the risk reward, and also the benefit of building a much bigger buy when it comes to the buy, or to take the buy risk free. So I'll reduce my risk to 0.25, 0.5%, and hold it the whole way to the buy if it gets there. So I'll get roughly about 1 to 3 or 1 to 3.5 risk reward. So my 0.5% is gonna be, 1.5%, near 2%, which is very good. So it's always, this is why it's worthwhile for me to take it. And then on the buy, I'll go a little bit bigger and then capitalize on a better return. For the sake of 0.5 max risk. So I just set these both on the FTMO account, which I have pretty much done already. So set the buy just for today. Like I said, I don't expect it today. So I just set the sell. 6, 916, 25, just do 30 pip stop loss, and that should be fine. And then we'll just hold it to the buy sort of area. So this is what I'll be looking at. So I'll be risking just under 0.6%, which is absolutely fine because we're at week 2. I'm 7.8%, nearly 7.8% up. And if I TP, I'm gonna get 1.7% back. And that will just leave us with about $500 to get, and that buy on Friday should give us that. So I don't really need to go that big or try to get a big move. And I'll just use normal risk at 2% or maybe a bit more because I took buy, just get over and done with. So it looks like we should be passing for Friday. if these trades play out. But there is another trade that Rich has just sent in that I will set as well. So he's just sent in, he entered the JPY buy opportunity. I have this area lined up as marked up as well. His confluences, this is what he said. My entry will be from the 100-day in May, which is top of the box, and currently is blah blah. So we've got our box. I already have this drawn up, and for me personally, I will take it around 757, which is entry is 78.9. I'm actually going to go a bit lower, 78.75, because that's me personally. It's not these confluences that are the main ones for me, it is this fib. Let's get rid of that. Let's show you the 30 fib here, worked very well. 50 fib here, worked very well. So that's just telling me that the fib is the main confluences for any trade at the moment on this pair that's reacting the most. So I want to take it closer to 61, and I'm not really that bothered if I miss. If I miss, I miss, but I want to keep my risk small and reward bigger. So this is where we should get our sniper entry. I'll just set this now. What price was it? 757, 7 lots. 30 pips should be okay. And then this is all we need. Did we put any targets? No. We put any targets on, but that's fine. I'll just get a target myself. So this bounce should get a bounce from here. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. So we leave that. We've got GC sell, GC buy, and there's the JPY. So hopefully one of those trades or both GEC plays out both ways, and we'll get a pass. I'll update you. Hopefully you can catch this live, so I'll get recorded. I'll update you whatever happens next. GC did end up coming today. Obviously I was wrong, didn't expect it today, but so we've just been triggered, nailed it at the moment. We're currently running about 8 pips. Hopefully we could get it to TP. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, just thought I'd get it live on camera. Hopefully we can just get our TP for around 41 pips. It should do that. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can get that live whilst we hit TP as well if the actual trade works. Welcome back, guys. It is now the 29th Monday of November. Sort of delay for the update. I couldn't get any recording on Thursday and Friday because the prep for Black Friday for my econ business, so we had to get ready for that, and obviously picking back all the orders. So it's been a hectic week last week, so I'll give you an update as what's happened. So that GC trade that we took, that we was in, it ran probably 11-12 pips, and then unfortunately it hit stop loss. So to show you on the account, we took a small loss for, let's have a look at the history. I'll go through this in a second. So we lost 1.7%, so absolutely fine. Just, you know, we can't win them all. It's all part of the process. So on to the next one. NJ, remember when I said I was going to take the lower entry from Richard's chart. It's in the chart analysis service. I completely forgot about this pending that was on this account. It actually did do 30 pips from Richard's entry, so what I should have done was cancel the pending as it worked from higher. Unfortunately, completely forgot, and that night Nikkei, all the equities indexes took a dive, and it just smashed straight through my position and hit stop loss in that as well. So another 1.8% loss. So 2 losses back to back. One was my mistake, and obviously GC just didn't work, and the lower buy did work. You know, the analysis was correct, but unfortunately just the execution wasn't just there, so it is what it is. So however, remember the EA pending that we set right at the beginning of the video that was planned ages ago. That triggered on Friday. I held it. I said to our members, I'm going to be holding over the weekend because it triggered on Friday, and it paid off. So I'll show you quickly on EA. Sorry. Show you on EA what happened. So this is it. Took the early entry. I did move it on that day to the lower risk entry, but then changed my mind due to the London close, and it did do some drawdown, but it's absolutely fine as we had our risk management in place with a -45 stop loss. So I held it to roughly target 1. So we banked full position for 86 pips and gained back 4.23%. And then last night on Sunday charting, I sent in a counter trade. So, and that triggered this morning. Just show you it in the chart service. Here. So obviously we had the sell running, obviously my personal account and my other FTMO accounts. The sell was still running, and we took the counter trade, and it is now currently running about 50 pips. So we hit target 1, so that what's got our pass on the FTMO challenge. So nice and easy wins. So this here was the short, and then I went again on the buy, and that's what finished us off. Fortunately, I manually closed it, so you can see here I was $5 off, so I had to take a buy, and then I manually closed it again, and I missed it, you know, to get a full 10%, missed it again, so I had to take another buy on another pair just to get that extra $2 and $1. So we eventually got a pass. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you the stats on the account. So this is the original account. So it wasn't as smooth plain sailing as planned, but it was just a couple of mistakes from my behalf and one loser. So just to show you, so there's one. Actually show you here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 trades it took me to pass this. It would have actually been 6 if I hadn't taken that NJ loss, which was my mistake. So it would have been 6 trades. 4 wins, 1 break even, and 2 losses. So this is a reminder, and what I want to show you guys, and you know, demonstrate to you guys, that you just need to be patient, and taking losses is all part of the game. There's no need to chase losses. I took those losses, I didn't chase them back. I stuck to the plan, stuck to the strategy. Everything I shared was in chart analysis service. or any of the FX Cartel community, and it works. So another key point I really wanted to demonstrate was just to remain calm. You know, it doesn't matter if you take a loss, as long as you stick to the strategy, the probabilities will work out in your favor, and just wait for the best setups. It's now the third week since I started, so it was 2 full weeks and a Monday today, so plenty of time, there's no rush, and it was fairly smooth, you know, easy pass. So with that over and done with, I hope you guys learned something from it. I hope you guys can take something from it, especially just, you know, just be patient, just wait. Don't need to go crazy. I was fully risk managed, never even over 2%. You know, max was about 2% risk. The reward is good. As long as your accuracy rate's good, you're gonna pass, and you should be a good trader. Just gonna drop a link here if you want to get involved in FX Cartel, want to know anything more, fxcartel.co.uk. Follow the Instagram page at CartelFX. And also my personal trading Instagram is at ProdigyFXC. And obviously the strategy has been developed from Sebastian Dubb, and he is the guy that I have personally taken on my strategy with, and it has proven to be successful for me, especially for himself, and for so many more FX Cartel members. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So if you want to know more, like I said, check out the website, follow the Instagram pages and us on social media, and you can find out everything.
Hi guys, my name's Rich. I'm one of the traders at FX Cartel.
Hi, my name is Suk and I provide the fundamental analysis for the FX Cartel Chart service.
Hi, I'm Trev. I'm one of the FX Cartel traders.
Welcome to FX Cartel Chart Analysis. Whenever we see a trading opportunity, we'll share our chart into the Telegram channel. On the chart, there'll be a box, and that box will be defined by a number of confluences that fit in with the 50 cal strategy. If it's a sell, it'll be a red box. If it's a buy, it'll be a green box. And if it's a break retest, it's a purple box. So when we find a potential trade, we send the chart into the chart analysis channel. We also link it into the active pending list. So if you click on the pinned message, that takes you to the active pending list. Already populated in the message, we have the most commonly traded pairs. So under GBP NZD, if I found an opportunity on that pair, send the chart in, and under GN, I link the chart. We go straight to the chart. Pulls up the chart, shows the confluences, so the reasons why we want to enter a trade at a particular area. And the message accompanying the chart has stop loss information, our personal entry, any other options, for instance a higher risk and a low risk option, if there is an option available, stop loss information and any potential targets. So from this information you can then set accordingly the pendings to your trading account. My personal trading style is based from a weekly time frame, occasionally the daily. So when I do see a setup, I'll chart it up and then I'll share that chart into the channel. I'll also give my entry price and I'll show you an example of how things play out. So pound versus New Zealand dollar, or GN for short. We've had a strong move down. So I've plotted a fib, the 23 levels lined up with 195. So I want to define an area of interest around here because we also have some weekly EMAs. So using the 50 cal strategy, I've used the first confluence to the last confluence to define a zone of interest, which is a red box because we want to take a sell trade. So the zone of interest is 30 pips, so a 40 pip stop loss would be suffice for me personally on this trade, with an entry from 195. So that chart will then be shared into the chart analysis as shown. So a 195 entry is my personal choice. If the trader is more experienced and that doesn't fit in with their risk profile, so it seems too high risk for them, they could take a higher entry, which would be lower risk. So I've also given the option for this as well at 27 pips higher. So if you decide to take a low risk trade, there's always that possibility that you might miss, but generally the ones that hit have a higher success rate and less drawdown, so you've got to find a balance that suits yourself as a trader. If you just want to take my entries, that's fine. I'll give the price of my personal entry on every trade that I share. So this trade, we can see how it played out. So we're looking at a 195 entry, and you can see price hit 195, dropped over 100 pips. So because we had a 40 pip stop loss, once the 1-to-1 risk reward ratio has been met, so 40 pips in profit, we will then call this zone pullback done. So we're not interested in taking any more trades from this zone. It's not indicating that I'm taking any profit, but if you would like to take profit when the pullback is done, that's still a good strategy, but my targets for the trade will be shown on another chart separately, as we can see with my targets. So this chart was shared afterwards, that we were aiming for the 194 area, which would have given us a total of 100 pips, and you can see that later on in the day that price was met and trade was closed.
My name is Suk and I provide the fundamental analysis for the FX Cartel Chart Service. What this includes is a breakdown of the market on a weekly and monthly basis to highlight the key events we are looking for and expectations in line with that. In terms of the breakdowns of news, we look for inflation figures, employment, and particularly central banks and how they are reacting to the market. In turn, this then provides us with a direction of the market and potential trade opportunities. In terms of the delivery, we firstly have a voice note which provides an overall outlook for the market for the week ahead, breaking down each currency pair. And then we also have a PDF to accompany this, which provides the overall key points we are looking at for each currency pair, along with a longer term view of the market, so particularly monthly and weekly views of the currency pair.
Hi, I'm Trev. I'm one of the FX Cartel traders who provide trade opportunities into the FX Cartel Chart Analysis service alongside Richard and Suk. I'm slightly the more aggressive trader who focuses on the daily, momentum trades and occasionally on the 4-hour. Here's a quick breakdown of the key terms that we use in the chart analysis service. We start off with pending orders. Pending orders is what the 50 cal strategy is based on. So we very rarely take a live trade on the screen. We plan our trades and set a pending order beforehand. A trade opportunity is highlighted in the area of interest, so in the red, purple and green boxes. The green boxes are buy, the purple boxes are break retest, and the red is a sell opportunity. The purple box is the break retest, so what we're looking for here is a clean break on the 4-hour or the daily, and then we want to get the other side of it. So if we have a buy position, price is going up, we want to see price break and then pull back, and then we want to take the buy as a purple box. If a trade has missed our area of interest by a few pips, so maybe 5 pips, and made the move that we have anticipated or made the 1-to-1 risk reward that we planned, then to be safe we will cancel this trade and be no longer invalid. This will be updated in the chart channel. Sometimes you will see the abbreviation of DD or drawdown, or also known as slippage. This is where price has gone past our entry whilst we're in a position and we're seeing some drawdown, so we're seeing minus 10 pips or minus 15 pips. So that is the drawdown, and it's expected because we pre-plan our trades and we use our risk management, so our stop loss is well in position, and the in between our position and a stop loss is called drawdown. Spread is the difference between the bid and asking price. This is generally only a few pips difference during the active trading sessions. However, at market close, 10 p.m. UK time, and then 1 minute past our open, we can experience a large spread due to the reduced liquidity in the markets. So we always advise our traders to adjust their stop losses accordingly so they don't get stopped out unnecessarily. Confluences, they are a combination of technical analysis aligning at one point, and these are generally highlighted as an area of interest. So a quick breakdown of some abbreviations that we use. So TP is take profit, TP1 target take profit 1, TP2 take profit 2. SL meaning stop loss, BE is break even, RN as round number. We also abbreviate down the instrument, so the pound against the New Zealand dollar, GBP NZD, we actually abbreviate it to GN. Same with GBP AUD, GA, Euro New Zealand dollar, EN. Thank you for watching this introductory video to the FX Cartel Chart Analysis. We look forward to seeing you develop as a trader and profiting from our service.